If you are thinking that there's more to wine than meets the eye, then know this. You're absolutely right. The topic of wine and where it grows goes as deep as you're willing to dive, while simultaneously revealing things you never knew about yourself. And all of this is just from fermented grape juice. The following 6 facts will change the way you think about wine and show you some intriguing avenues of self-discovery. Many of us think that wine came from Western Europe, and there's a totally logical reason why this myth proliferated into common knowledge. Firstly, Spain, France, and Italy have the most land dedicated to growing wine grapes. And even though France doesn't have the most vineyard area, it takes the cake as the most influential wine country in the world. Why? Well, if we look at a list of the top 10 most planted wine grapes around the world, France is the origin place of the most of them. And by the way, Aran and Trebbiano Toscano are something of misnomers on this top 10 list. Aran mostly goes towards Spanish brandy production, and Trebbiano Toscano is the grape behind much of Italy's balsamic vinegar industry. So it makes sense that people might think wine originated in Western Europe. However, to find wine's origin, we need to go farther back in history to about 8,000 years ago. This era is referred to as the First Agricultural Revolution, which happened at the end of the last ice age. It's when humans transitioned from a hunter-gatherer culture into a farming culture. And some scientists believe that climate changes during this period caused the agricultural revolution because it all happened all around the world, all at the same time. In Central and South America, we see squash and maize cultivation. In Asia, there was millet and rice cultivation. And in the Fertile Crescent, we see people planting barley and wild wheat. It was in this area, in the Fertile Crescent, in what is modern-day Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Iran, and Turkey, that wine made its first appearance. The oldest evidence we have right now dates back to 4100 BC in Armenia, where in 2007 archaeologists uncovered a cave winery equipped with large-scale wine production implements. What you might not know is that almost all wines, whether it's French Cabernet, Italian Sangiovese, or Turkish Karasakis, all are cultivars of just one species of grape, Vitis vinifera, the mother vine. If you love your red wine, give yourself a little swirl because red wine grapes, or black grapes, came before white grapes. Wine grapes come in many colors: green, yellowish bronze, grayish red, purple, or black. And all of these colors are affected by just 2 genes in wine grapes' DNA. And over thousands of years of cultivation and natural mutations, it resulted in incredible diversity of the wine varieties we have today. Grape historians, also called ampelographers, look at how much genetic diversity there is to determine how old a variety is and where it originated. For example, Pinot was found in France and might be over 1,000 years old, because of its genetic clonal diversity. And get this, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, Pinot Gris, and Pinot Blanc are all simply color mutations of the same base Pinot DNA. I'm not a doctor, so anything I say should be followed up with your health professional for your unique health situation. And that being said, here's a brief summary about what we know and have studied that has to do with wine and health. Studies have shown how red wine is good for your heart. It helps improve liver health, kills cancer cells in test tubes, helps fight obesity, lowers inflammation, and even lowers people's overall risk to heart-related medical incidents. However, if you're getting into wine for its health benefits, you're barking up the wrong tree. The health benefits in wine don't even come from ethanol. In fact, the traits in wine that are good for people, most people don't even like the taste of. So what is it? In wine, you'll find water, ethanol, and some other stuff. It's in this tiny fraction of other stuff that wine's magic lives. Everything from the color, the aromas, the flavors, the textures, and the thing that people don't like, the bitterness. Bitterness and that mouth-drying astringency you taste in red wine is likely the only thing in wine that's good for you, and it comes from the skins and seeds of grapes. This group of compounds is called polyphenols. It's what wine people call tannin. From resveratrol, epicatechin, catechin, quercetin, anthocyanins, and even in some rare grapes, ellagic acid. This is the source of wine's mystical health properties. But honestly, you don't have to drink wine to get this stuff. You can have grapeseed oil, vitis vinifera creams, and a myriad of other non-alcoholic things if you're in it for the health. As a wine lover, I'm super into tannins. To me, they provide the substructure that great wines are based on. And they also help a wine age gracefully. We all need a little help when we get older, right? Tannin is one of the reasons why some wines age better than others. Gamay has low tannins at around 1,100 milligrams per liter of polyphenols. Cabernet Sauvignon is higher. It starts around 1,700 milligrams per liter of polyphenols, and the good stuff has upwards of 3,000 milligrams per liter. Then there are grapes like Touriga Nacional, Petit Syrah, Tannat, Sagrantino, and Nero d'Avola. These wines can clock in upwards of 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams per liter of polyphenols. Tannin face is a good thing. As red wines age, they lose color intensity and become more tawny. As white wine oxidizes, it becomes deeper in color and eventually turns brown. The process of slow oxidation changes wine's flavors too. Those aggressive tannins polymerize, which makes them taste less astringent and less bitter. And the fruit flavors change from fresher fruit flavors to more dried fruit and nut flavors. Some examples of wines that improve after decades of bottle aging include Rioja, Brunello di Montalcino, Barolo, Bordeaux, Amarone della Valpolicella, and even high-quality Burgundy. Raspberries, blackberries, black pepper, butter, bell pepper. Wine has hundreds of aromatic compounds, and we can find these compounds in other foods as well. Smelling black pepper in Syrah, Zinfandel, or even the white grape Gruner Veltliner means you're smelling rotundone, a key aromatic compound found in both black and white pepper. Those heady whiffs of rose, mandarin orange, and cilantro coming from a glass of Moscato, Gewürztraminer, or Torrontés come from a group of aromatic compounds called monoterpenes. In older aged wines like Madeira, Oloroso sherry, and well-aged red or white wines, we often sense aromas of maple syrup or molasses. This is actually coming from a compound called sotalon, which increases as all wines age. So you see, wine cultivates you. There's just so many things to uncover once you start digging in. What's surprising is that most people who drink wine don't do this seemingly unimportant thing when they taste it. And once you learn how to do this, you will never taste wine the same again. So check out this next video, preferably with a glass of something in front of you for practice. And until next time, happy tasting. Peace out.